you beautiful patriots. How many people Matrixxx and Shady sent you? Let me hear you.
Yeah.
We got some Matrixxx and Shady. You guys are awesome. We have a YouTube channel every day, In the Matrixxx with 3 X's. You got to actually type out In the Matrixxx with 3 X's and hit enter on YouTube. We're so censored. InTheMatrixx.com is the way to go.
That's our website.
That's our website.
Right. And I would like to thank Brian and all the people here to set this all up. This is amazing to have you guys get together, talk to each other, meet some of the other people, and be in the same group. And you, just like the other presenters here have said, you guys are a threat to them. You're a threat to their narrative, and you're a threat to what they want people to think, and they don't want you thinking for yourself.
You're a threat to their democracy.
You are.
Because we're a republic.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys, so did you guys see this week, the Q was asked?
Yeah.
So what happened when that Q was asked? He said, they're just a bunch of beautiful patriots that love their country.
And they like me.
And they like me. And we're against that, and so is President Trump. Human trafficking is one of his biggest things that he wants to stop. Amen. So look, isn't that a good thing? So, so Mr. President, you support a group that wants to take down a satanic pedophile group that eats babies? You know, he's describing China. He's describing China. That's why Planned Parenthood is in there. You know that, right? When our president says that the virus is China, Shady.
The invisible enemy. And what we are really witnessing is over 100 years of our country being sold out. Not just by the last few administrations, but by many administrations. For 100 years, they have been offloading American ingenuity to China and hiding it through wars and through different instances that you have witnessed over the last, especially since 9/11, okay? They really accelerated their aggressive move to get jobs and ingenuity out of America because of the 16-year plan to destroy us. That's what they were going to do.
They thought she would never lose.
So within that time, the infiltration in all of these systems is very evident everywhere. And what the president is doing is he's giving you a platform. He's giving you a voice.
Get loud.
To get loud.
Be
and we
proud.
all have to get loud.
Be heard.
Let's go! America. Yeah. And you're not going to tell us what to do. Or what to think.
We're not going to take it anymore. Get mad. It's time to get mad. Let's get. Yeah. But it's time to fight because look, we're evil, right? We're the dangerous ones because Phoenix FBI, not Maine FBI. McCabe was involved and his wife was involved in that memo from Phoenix, right? Who's really dangerous? The Biden supporters that are burning down the cities? Antifa by name? Have they condemned Antifa?
Did you hear anything about it at the Democratic National Convention? That say one thing?
Since when did they do anything patriotic?
Right.
They want to rip down statues. I mean, so this is showing them what they're showing. So the president is showing them. I think I'm feedbacking. Showing you what you got to show them in order for them to change their will. Now, I know you guys have friends that are Democrats, right? I do too. And my friend is like, you know, after he bought like a bunch of guns and we went to the gun range and we had a good time. He was like, you know, I don't know what to do. You know, I gave him an inch, but they took a mile. So these people do not really want to vote for Lion Joe Biden or Creepy Joe Biden or whatever you want to call him. Now, Shady, there's a reason why Biden is there. He's basically a firewall. Okay? We've got Kevin Kleinsmith, 11.3, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, that's 11. A, B, C, Kleinsmith is 3. That's your 11.3 marker. Okay? So we've got Kevin Kleinsmith. He pled guilty. Basically, it's treason against the United States. Did you hear about that at the convention?
Anybody?
At the Democrat convention?
Did they write a story?
Did you hear 60 Minutes talk about it?
Nobody wrote a story, and there's a reason that they can't write a story, because as soon as they tell you anything that is real, then it connects to what is going on with you, because you have the information. 11-3 marker was put out on, like, well, I think it was
18, early 17.
17,
yeah.
before even the end of November of 17.
So these are Q proofs. And there's other 5 more brackets in that, and it's gonna be bottom to top. We know we have the Nabu leaks with actually Joe Biden talking to the Ukraine guy saying, quid pro quo. Do you want us to release it? But there's a reason why Hannity's not, we've got to get through this election. He is the firewall. He cannot be, they can't basically arrest him right now. It wouldn't look good, right? So we got to get him out of there. This is not just another 4-year election. Joe Biden is standing in the way, in my opinion, basically going to the next level to get Obama, because Obama did in fact spy on our president and Cruz and the Congress and the Senate, and all that has moved to China. And we just got to work hard to get this president elected for God, country, and humanity.
Whenever you're watching people and they are falling into this trap of socialism, and you're seeing the young people very, very quickly being sucked into this idea, they haven't been taught, guys. They haven't been schooled to love their country. They haven't been taught what the Constitution actually stands for. They haven't been taught that in America, you are a king. Okay? There is no person above you. You are the king of your domain, a sovereign, right? And this idea has been erased from our schools, it's been erased from our society, and they don't want you to go back and to actually read your Constitution.
No, don't do that.
Because if you do that, you're going to learn lots of interesting things. Number one, you're going to learn that no coin shall be minted without gold or silver. Well, look at your coin. Look at your paper money. No paper money should exist. Look at what we're living with. And also, the big thing, guys, the big thing that I wanted to share with you today is the most important person besides Donald Trump in your counties is your sheriff. You guys need to understand,
know your sheriff.
You need to understand that a constitutional sheriff is not the same thing as just a regular sheriff. And the way that you get involved in that is you have to find committees. There's committees that meet in your counties that no patriots are participating in, because it's deep state people that are pushing these people to the top, like Israel down in Florida, down in South Florida here. You guys know what's up with that guy. So these people are controlled, and you have the connection to your Constitution through your sheriff. He is the president of your county, and he is the only portal that you really have to insert your opinion into government. So you need to learn who your sheriffs are. It would be nice if you wanted to go down and actually meet them and say, hey, I'm a patriot.
Are you a constitutional sheriff?
Are you a constitutional sheriff?
Or a political sheriff?
Are you going to stand up for America? Are you going to stand up for our rights? Or are you going to capitulate to these governors that are all around the country who are what? Telling us to wear masks, telling us
the China governors
can and can't do. And then you have each of them that are cooperating with the Chinese government in your institutions as well as your law enforcement. So there is a lot of layers, and you as Americans only have the ability to be loud. That's what your power is. And we as Q, the president, are here to inform you that your power is not silence. Your power is to be loud, because no one can tell you to shut up, guys. And you have to stand up.
It's a great awakening.
The great awakening is more than just understanding Donald Trump. It's getting the youth to care about their country again, to get people to realize that there was, before America, there was never a person who was not a slave. Think about that.
14th Amendment made us
We
all
were
slaves.
all slaves under monarchies, all of us. And then we came here to leave that so that we could worship how we wanted to worship, so that we could speak how we wanted to speak, and so we could defend what it was we were saying with an iron on our hip.
Now, what I want to do too, Shady, and that is awesome, so we need to look at our sheriffs. Every one of you understands who your sheriff is. It's important. And maybe your sheriff isn't doing things that you don't like, and he is a constitutional sheriff, but he doesn't know that you are behind him. Okay? So make sure you know your sheriff is behind you. You're behind your sheriff. Now, keep trying. Go to the undersheriff. Go to the undersheriff.
Right.
Call him. He's got to meet with you.
He has to meet with you.
So here's what I want to do too, is I want to understand, I just want to slow down and say, okay, how are we destroying this democracy? You know, we see things that are happening. You know the Treasury, right? You guys have heard of that. The Treasury's been outsourced to the Federal Reserve. So what we think is happening is these monies went into the Treasury, 6.2 billion, or trillion.
Right.
Saudi Arabia, 4 trillion. Roadshow, 2 trillion. Right. That's 6.2 trillion that went into the Treasury. Your bank, my bank. Then we got the, what is it, 484 billion roughly from Soros. That was the second round. That went into the Treasury. This is, and they're picking up money, they're out of change. Why is that? Why are they cleaning the change? I don't know why, but we'll figure it out. So now, what does that mean? We've got our money into the Treasury. So how do we get the companies that are part of the trust into your bank and our bank from the Federal Reserve? Well, it looks like
build a bridge.
We build a bridge loan. GE Healthcare, one of the original trust companies. We didn't need this many ventilators, guys. You realize that, right? So we gave them a loan from the Federal Reserve payable into the Treasury, folks. Do you understand? 5-5?
5-5.
Right? That's what's happening. And we'll be seeing that soon. Why do we have the highest unemployment and setting record stock markets?
Doesn't make any sense.
Why? Right? Ask yourself. Question, maybe. Let's see what we got. Which piece? The 6.2 trillion and all that? The bridge loan. So Donald Trump used the power of the P-Power, the Presidential Powers Act, against GE and GM. Those are original companies. So what happened is they didn't want to, so what is it, mess with the best, die like the rest? Okay, so if he's messing with the best, their company's just going to go away. We got to get them out of the trust. So what we did,
they're making choices.
We gave a bridge loan to GE from the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve money goes to GE to make ventilators we didn't need. Okay?
They pay the money back.
They pay the money back with interest to the Treasury. Your bank.
And
our bank.
The reason that we say that,
the bank.
And we talk about the Treasury, is the initial act of war in America against the Crown was the initiation of the Treasury Department. Okay? That was the act of war.
Tick-tock.
Why did the Federal Reserve focus on the Treasury? Because they had to go around the Treasury. They had to make it inept.
Why did the president want to have Microsoft buy 100% of TikTok? TikTok, right? Look, he wanted to, remember when he was talking about TikTok, Microsoft or whoever needs to buy it 100%, and they need to pay us key money into the Treasury. So the Federal Reserve uses 99-year leases, that's their key money. So what we do is we give them, they have to have, we, the people, are the shareholders, and our executive, the president, is making a deal to put money into your bank, my bank, our bank, and into the Treasury. And so it's a lease, it's a rent, it's a lease. Did you hear him? He just said it. Go back and listen to him. He said, it's a lease tenant. We have to give permission for companies to be in our trust. And trust the plan.
And it's hard for people in the modern era to see where your value has gone. But whenever they confiscated the gold in 1933, you could literally buy 400 dozen eggs for $20.
Paid your taxes in hemp.
You could pay your taxes in hemp. Yeah, that's what. So, but the value, if you watch since the initiation of the Federal Reserve, the value of your dollar has gone down and down and down. So your buying power is almost at nothing right now. Right. If you're paying attention to the metal market, you're seeing gold and silver gain ground. They're gaining lots of ground. The reason for that is because it has been altered or artificially suppressed of the value as they steal from you. They've been stealing from you for 100 years. They've stolen from your parents, they've stolen from your grandparents, and they basically made them give up the farm and send everybody to cities. Now we're reversing that course. We are like, the cities are insane. They're trying to control them. We have got to get our land back from the entities that currently hold them under the trust.
That's right. So that's pretty lucrative. That's a pretty interesting, that's a big decode that we did. And I hope you guys kind of understood a little bit of it. And for more, go to inthematrixx3x's.com. Check out our show and our podcasts, okay? That's where we're there. We got, how many red pill audience members do we have here?
We have a few.
How many? Let's hear it. How many? Right? Look at you guys. So, we have two realities happening right now. We've got Orange Man Bad. That's their reality.
That is their reality.
It's their reality, okay? Then we've got the MAGA supporters. And then under there, you MAGA supporters are the best.
Damn right.
Then under there, you've got people like us, the QAnon movement, the right-wing, far-right conspiracy theory, blah, 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 that makes you guys the memes. We're like underneath you, and we're getting information. So if they want to talk about the information that is QAnon, their game is over. That's why they need to keep wrap-up smearing the name QAnon. QAnon this. Oh, there's a girl that was QAnon. Well, how about all these Biden supporters burning down frickin' cities, huh? That's what I want to know. Why do they want to make us the devil when we're just well-informed Trump supporters? That's all we are. We have a family and a beautiful daughter and a life.
And you're standing up for your republic. The democracy that they're constantly talking about does not exist. You have a republic form of government.
When they say that you're a threat to their democracy,
are you?
You're not. Yes. They're not lying, because you are. What are we, a democracy or a republic? Come on, let me hear you.
And also, we are a republic, and we pledge allegiance we pledge allegiance not to that. We pledge allegiance to one another. We pledge allegiance to each other. We say that I'm going to give you the free speech that you give me, and I'm going to give you the allegiance of being my brother, and we're going to work on this project called America together. And we're not, division is where everyone came from. That's not where we're going. Where we go one, we go all means
some?
All.
Not some?
Not some.
Where we go one, we go
all.
All. Wow. So Shady, wow, these guys are pretty smart, man.
I really appreciate all the guys that are working
Gene.
so hard. Gene, everybody that comes together for the Red Pill Roadshow. I met a lot of the people in South Dakota. It's really amazing to see this grow, and it's really amazing to see the amount of interest that we're getting. And the censorship. They took my Twitter down week before last. They completely took me down with 2 years worth of research.
Censorship.
And posts that have been up there with no email, no reason. No, you can't point to this and say I was racist over here, because I wasn't. And so this censorship
is that guy bothering you?
It's Orwellian on steroids, guys. I mean, look at where you were 20 years ago to where you are right now. You have friends and family who are afraid to walk outside with a. Did you see anybody fighting over McCain or Obama, or fighting because of Bush and Gore? Like, you had the hanging chads down here in Florida.
Palm Beach.
But, you didn't have anybody fighting in the streets. And right now you have that because of the Marxist revolution that has been gaining ground in America for over 100 years. With the research that we've done, we can trace this back to the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Do you guys know that the United States Secret Service was established the day Lincoln was murdered?
Yeah.
So there is a lot of layers here that we have to work together to take apart.
Very good point. Huge. So, take it back real quick to sum up. Anon supporters are just people like, I'm a proud father, I got a beautiful daughter, she's still daddy's girl, I'm so blessed.
Right?
So blessed.
And she's 17!
17, she's born on 1/7. Coincidence, I'm sure.
Right.
God bless, that's Abby. Also, if you understand communist mind control, they seclude you, quarantine. Then they pump you full of crap. MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, 60 Minutes.
Corrupt News Network.
Then they basically train you to attack people that don't believe in what you believe in. That's what happens.
Give them respect.
You're not wearing a mask, you're killing people. Look at the numbers, guys. I've sold millions of dollars. I ran $100 million a year branch selling stuff. I know the numbers. 175 is one too many, of course. But we have 350
They
million people.
said it could kill 2 million people.
If we were at 2.2 million like they originally said, then I could
Then
see
maybe
saying
we'd be
wearing
worried.
the mask, but they're not. They're lying to you.
And
So
lying
we
to your
had the
friends and
United
family.
States Navy send a ship to New York City. Forget Orange Man bad. We had the United States Navy send in a ship to New York City, 178 people roughly saw it, patients. Instead, they signed an executive order to send sick people in with your grandmother that's healthy, and grandfather and aunt, and killed them. 11,000 people. And the military was there to help.
Right.
New
Cinco
York,
in jail.
Canada, California.
Pennsylvania, Michigan, all of these
All
people.
the Democrat
Cuomo for
Chinese-funded
Gitmo.
cities, guys. And that's
And that's who
China
they're
Week
showing
part.
their allegiance to.
We
Now
can
look
look at
that.
China Week, but I think we got to wrap it up. So, Shady, how do we wrap this up?
Well, I would like to tell you guys that we are here to spread the notion that there is a very big difference between the truth and the lie. The lie is that they are the global elite. The truth is you are the global elite. You are the ones who stand up for liberty, you stand up for life, you stand up for peace, and you stand up for someone else's right to say what it is they want to say. That is global elite. And we're going to show this to the world through this movement, how other countries can follow our lead and get themselves
Yes.
out of the same situations that
Yes.
we find ourselves in
Yeah.
today.
Awakening, Shady.
Great awakening.
Now, guys, don't go anywhere. We got a great awakening. Oh my gosh. There's some more great speakers. Don't go anywhere. We're right over there with the Matrixxx. You can see the Matrixxx over there. We've got a flag. I'm inviting each and every one of you to sign that flag, please. And it's a Where We Go, When We Go Off flag.
And QCon Live tomorrow, we're going to be
QCon
back
Live
tomorrow for a little bit more in-depth
love.
on all of this stuff. So thank you so much, everybody.
Where we
really
go
enjoyed
one.
meeting you.
We go